The second I stepped into the train car, I felt it. One cot, a dim light buzzing overhead, and him. Liam, according to the ticket he tossed onto the shelf, without so much as a glance my way. Tall, sharp-featured, with that kind of rugged handsomeness you only see in cologne ads. He didn't belong here. Not crammed in this tiny space with someone like me. The train conductor offered a half-hearted apology. Oversold cabin. Just for one night. I didn't complain. Not when Liam's knee pressed into mine with the train's first lurch. Not when he pulled out a half-finished bottle of red and handed me the only other cup he had. Our fingers touched. He didn't let go right away. Neither did I. I pretended to read, eyes darting over the same paragraph. Too hot, too close, and far too aware of him. He shifted, and I caught a whiff of his scent, something earthy and clean, like pine needles and aftershave. It made me forget how to keep my guard up. Outside, the world was just a blur of passing lights and shadows. Inside, it felt like the air held its breath. He reached to stretch, his elbow brushing my arm. I didn't move. That's when I knew. This night wouldn't follow the usual rules. The wine coated my tongue, deep and warm. His eyes followed my every move, especially when I tucked a strand of hair behind my ear. No one had looked at me like that in years, like I was something rare. I stopped pretending. He leaned in, his voice low under the hum of the train. You're not big on conversation, huh? I traced my finger around the rim of my cup. Neither are you. He gave a short laugh, the kind that sounded like gravel and honey. Poured us both another drink. Our fingers touched again. We talked about cities we'd both seen, food that shouldn't be served on wheels, and places we swore we'd never go back to. Nothing meaningful. But it was what we didn't say that mattered. He leaned closer to hear me better, his breath brushing the side of my neck. You're not what I expected. I didn't ask what he meant. I just tilted my chin slightly, enough for him to catch my perfume. His hand moved to the seat behind me. Not touching. Just close enough to feel. My pulse picked up. The sway of the train nudged us even closer. Our lips hovered a whisper apart. I felt the tension thrumming between his thigh and mine. Then the speakers crackled, some station we weren't stopping at. He didn't pull back. He just grazed his thumb over the back of my hand. Tell me to stop, he murmured. I didn't. The train curved around a bend. His arm wrapped around me, steadying me, his palm splayed across my ribs. Neither of us said a word. Outside, rain began to drum against the windows. His thumb brushed in slow circles, higher now, until it danced just beneath my breast. I turned to him, and the look in his eyes unraveled me. Need. Restraint. Reverence. His fingers cupped my jaw. Rough. Tender. His lips touched the side of my face, not quite a kiss. Just heat. My knees shifted, parting. He slid his between mine, the denim rough against my thighs. I gasped. He grinned against my shoulder, hands tracing the dips at my waist. Then his fingers found the zipper at my back. Slow. Unhurried. Certain. Fabric slipped down my spine with a sigh. He faced me, eyes roaming over my skin like it was something holy. His hand brushed the strap of my camisole. It fell, followed by his mouth. Tasting. Testing. His stubble left trails of sensation that made me arch toward him. When his palm slid up my thigh, I shuddered. He didn't rush. just looked. And touched. His scent mingled with my own. The compartment filled with breath and heat. His mouth found that spot beneath my ear. Then his teeth. I moaned, soft but unfiltered. When our bodies met, the rhythm was instinctive. His movements matched the train's rhythm, guiding us like waves. Each thrust built something unbearable. Beautiful. My hands clung to him, nails biting skin. I came apart, spiraling in his arms. He followed, murmuring something into my skin I didn't understand, but felt. After, we stayed tangled in the sheets, breath slow. His arm wrapped around my waist, breath warming the back of my neck. I listened to the silence, to him, to the sound of rain. When dawn broke, I woke to sunlight spilling through the narrow window. His hand curled around my hip. I didn't move. Outside, the scenery flew past, a smear of green and gold. Inside, time paused. He stirred behind me, lips brushing my shoulder. But we didn't speak. Words would make it real. And real carried weight. When the train slowed for the next stop, he sighed. Then let go. We dressed without hurrying. At the platform, he handed me a folded slip of paper. A number. A name. If you ever feel like getting lost again, he said, pressing it into my palm. Then he was gone, swallowed by strangers. The paper warmed in my hand, heavy with everything we hadn't said.